In this video, we're going to talk about noise, noise, noise. Stick around. Hey traders, a very warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining me. I know you're distracted by my amazing artwork here, but we'll come to that in a moment. Okay, so noise, I think this is such a big thing that challenges so many traders. And as we kind of progress through our trading career, we become better at managing it. So what do I mean by noise, noise, noise? So the whole ecosystem of trading is noisy as hell. There's so much stuff going on, and it's so hard to kind of cut through all that and just get focused and have clarity on what you're doing. And that's just half the battle. That's just getting off the starting line. You know, as traders, we've got all this stuff going on, and I think it's so important to take inventory of the noise that is happening in trading and in life so you can manage it, because it creeps in. On post a while ago talking about the noise and distractions from a mobile phone. I'm like, hey, this is distracting me all the time. This is what I've done to mitigate it. It crept in, and now I'm going to plan a review every X number of days, every 30 days, to make sure it hasn't crept back in again. Make sure I've not got all this noise in my life because I'm struggling to focus and remain clear. And I don't realize that it's having a negative impact on my P&L, but it absolutely is. So here's what I'm doing. So that's an external kind of thing from phones and stuff. And I absolutely recommend, guys, when you're trading, that you put do not disturb on, you have it so that it can break through if there's an emergency from your family, or if you've got kids at school, or whatever it may be. Fine, so you know that there's an emergency can come through. But all these pinging notifications, this, that, and the other, brokers notifying you of this, that, the other, you just don't need it. You need to be fully focused on the job in hand. Anyway, that's the mobile side of it. Let's look at all this stuff here. So as a trader, we have all this coming at all times, and we almost have to expose ourselves to some extent because we want to improve, we want to grow. I like reading trading books. I like listening to people who are experienced traders, and I think I can maybe take one or two bits from, and you guys do as well. That's why you're on the channel, right? You think, hey, Mark's got something to offer. I don't necessarily like all his videos, but if I watch one of his videos, it's 5 to 10 minutes long, I get something that's going to help me in my trading. Thumbs up, that's well worth it. So you kind of have to put yourself in the realm of listening to stuff that might be noise to find the nugget. So I get it, but at a certain point, we've got to be careful what we're doing. So look at all these things that are distracting us. Other traders is a big one. You know, we go on and we can, especially I think this is more to do within your early career as a trader, because you're finding your feet, you're finding your confidence, you're finding your edge. As you're a little bit more seasoned, you know what your edge is. You say, hey, that's my edge, that's what I'm good at, and you probably tried and lost money doing other stuff, so it doesn't affect you as much. So you can listen to other traders talking about their strategies and their approach, and you go, yeah, good for you. I'm so pleased it's working for you. How can I help you improve? Anything you can take from my approach that will help you make a couple of extra million over the next 10 years. Oh, yes, this, okay, that's interesting. So it's different. But in the beginning of your career, you kind of, because it's struggling to kind of get traction, and you're probably losing at the beginning of your career, you can look at other traders and go, oh, that guy's doing really well trading that, or that guy seems to be doing okay doing that. And you get this noise of different strategies and different approaches. Even within the strategy you're trading, let's say you're day trading Dow, day trading crude, the point is this, is that even within the same strategy you're trading, someone can be waiting for a breakout to fade, a fake out, should I say? Fake out, of course it is. Breakout that fails is a fake out. And you could be looking for the breakout. Now, hey, you don't know who's right or wrong, but if you're kind of, oh, maybe I should be fading out rather than breaking out, or maybe I shouldn't be this, you just create confusion. So other traders, watch out for those and use them sparingly. When you're in the mode of learning, fine, but take inventory after it. So after you watch a video, after you've been on a call, after you've read a book, note down what you want to take and implement in your trading, and perhaps what you don't. Instead of saying you don't, you can say, hey, that was interesting, but I'm not going to do anything in that. I find it interesting to learn how this guy trades option straddle strategy. It's interesting because it improves my learning, but I'm taking absolutely nothing from it for my own trading. Draw a line under it. Or you watch a video, you read a book, you go, hey, I'm quite interested in the way that guy manages risk, the way he speaks about stops and adjusting stops and tweaking stops. I'm going to add that to my trading on the next plan review. So you categorize it in your mind so it's not noise, it's moving you forward, rather than going, oh, I'm going to change that immediately, or I'm only going to trade this now, and you start chasing your tail. So just watch out for that other traders, guys. News, we talked about this before, big one. just eliminate the news. You don't need it. If you're trading a news-based strategy, fine, maybe you do need it, but most of us aren't. Most of us maybe are trading, as far as news goes, is an earnings or a catalyst-based trading strategy. But in that case, you don't really have to have it all the time, constantly there, constantly there. You're like, hey, these earnings were perceived good, the stock is up, I'm going to trade this momentum strategy on this stock. You don't have to be constantly bombarding yourself with news, because it just influences you, because the way they package it, because you could package it anyway. You could say, Dow up 500 points on amazing data that's come out. Or you could package it as Dow only rose 500 points on data that should have made it up of 2,000. You get the point. So news really just needs to be eliminated. I'm a big fan of eliminating news. Also in life as well, guys, digress slightly. News doesn't serve you, because it's constantly negative. It's like this happening, that happening, that happening. And we know that life is full of challenges. We know there's some bad stuff going on in the world, but do we need to know it every single hour, every single day? No, we don't. You're being informed, but overloading on news is just doesn't help you one bit. Flashing lights, brokers, they're geared up to make you want to trade. The platforms are sexy to look at for a reason. They want you to trade. They want you to have that on the screen. And that's fine. I understand. That's the commercial reason why they have that. I get it. It's a broker. But for you, turn it off. When you're not trading, turn it off. Don't get sucked in this noise. It's just noise. Flashing lights. This is moving. That is moving. Whoa. Get excited. Make money. It's like, no, come on. I'm focused. I know what I'm going to do. I don't need that constantly noise in my subconscious, even if it's on the side of your monitor. Other markets, same type of thing. You're like, I've not had a trade in this market for ages. I'm going to start looking at other markets. That's fine if it's a genuine, considered decision that you're going to do at some point in time in the future. But just doing it on a whim, like, suddenly gold's moving, I'm going to go trade gold. Just be careful. That's noise. It's not your lane. It's not what you're focused on. You need to be a specialist in what you're doing. That might mean there's not opportunity every single hour, every single day. But that's okay, because when there is opportunity, you're becoming better at maximizing it in the most possible, in the best possible way. Final thing is different strategies. So there are many strategies out there, and there are many traders who are successfully implementing strategies, different strategies, and there's so many. But the thing is, and you can pick any one of these, but the trouble is when you pick all of them, none of them work. Whereas when you pick one or two, then you can make them work for you. It's like the old, what's the saying, chase two rabbits, catch none. I can't remember who said that. Whatever, the old proverb. Someone's going to tell me in the comments below the guy said that. Chase two rabbits, catch none. Chase one rabbit, catch one. Same with strategy. If you're trying to chase all these at the beginning of trading career, you're going to struggle. And it seems good to say, look at the results of this strategy. And strategies will have good results, periods of good results. And the danger you have is, like with the markets thing, you kind of end up always being behind the curve. You're on a strategy just as it's kind of stagnating. You're on a market just as it starts to go quiet, and you miss the good times of the market that you probably should have been focusing on. So watch out for the noise that comes from different strategies. Anyway, guys, try to eliminate the noise. Do a little bit of an inventory of the noise that you've got in your life at the moment, in the trading life as well. And just say, what could I eliminate? What would give me more clarity and more focus? Because you'll only get better results from eliminating the noise. Take care, guys. See you next one. Bye-bye.